Season of the Haunted just launched, and we're at Thursday, the first Thursday since then. So we've got a This Week at Bungie to check out. All right, this TWAB was posted by Hippie. Before we begin today's TWAB, we wanted to acknowledge the horrific events in Uville, Texas earlier this week. Oh yeah, jeez. It's our hope that games and supportive communities can provide respite and encourage everyone to prioritize their own mental health needs right now. Boy, okay. Finally, we want to also provide some sources to help with mental health. NAMI and Jed. You can read more about these here. Awesome. So good. So good. This week at Bungie, we geared up and set out to answer the ultimate question. The question that matters more than anything else, is the moon haunted? Well, that's for you to decide. But while you're knocking that around in your noggin, we've got some exciting things to share for Season of the Haunted, including preparing for the new dungeon that drops on Friday, brand new activities, and even more surprises to uncover. We know the wait was tough, but the team here could not be more excited. Sure. We've got the meme behind the new name, but this season also houses a deeper look into the minds of some of our favorite characters, while also challenging Guardians to find their courage once more and persevere no matter what, especially when facing down twisted nightmares of the past. So what are we showing off today? Well, how about we start with a second look at the trailer you've all been patiently waiting for, and then dig more on the gear of the season, a breakdown on how to get Solar 3.0 fragments, shiny new ornaments inspired by the subclass upgrade, and even a little wrap surprise from one of our community members. Cool. Excited. Yeah, me too. Let's dive in, shall we? All right, Season of the Hype, we mean Haunted. Yes. Here's the trailer. If you haven't seen the trailer, this 3.0 trailer is sick. It's so good. And then there's a Season of the Haunted trailer here as well. You've probably already watched these, but we'll move on from there. In addition to the new Crucible map, Rifts return with the Iron Banner rework, which you all read about here. Season of the Haunted comes with even more adventures to dive recklessly into. Callus is back in the spotlight as the little Leviathan returns and begins to wreak all sorts of havoc in the most devious of ways. We'll get to buddy up with Eris Morn to stop Callus in his quest to connect with the Witness. Whew, geez. Oh yeah, the big bad that even had Savathun running scared. Yeah, the Witness is still making its mission to become everyone's problem, which means we've got to work fast to get the answers we seek to uncover the sinister reality that lurks beneath the surface. With the new season comes new activities as well. Let's start with the weekly mission, Sever. Sever challenges a team of up to 3 Guardians to navigate the seedy underbelly of the derelict Leviathan to battle it out against hordes of foes to find and sever Callus's power. His connection to the nightmares that he can control is strong, sure, but we're stronger. At least we hope so. I haven't played this mission yet, so dang, sounds cool. The second activity is called Nightmare Containment. This is a free-to-play public space, and it is so sick. It's aboard the derelict Leviathan that is designed to be just as chaotic as it is fun. Take on intense battles against Cabal and Scorn, and dive a little deeper into the nightmare reflection of our world. The team is excited about how this activity will play out through the season. Whoa. Nightmare Containment is specifically designed to be always worth the player's time because it scales depending on the number of Guardians participating. More Guardians, faster boss burns, and even more loot potential. By now, most of you have discovered the Scythe, the relic that makes taking on the Season of the Haunted, Sever missions, and the Nightmare Containment activity even more impressive. If you couldn't tell, heavy metal music and the idea behind becoming a damage-dealing Reaper were both heavy influences on this season, and the Scythe very much reflects that. So how does it work? All right, let's check it out. What? There's fireballs? Okay. As you already know, Guardians are going head-to-head against some impressively intimidating nightmares, so this heavy swinging beauty comes in handy with its flaming projectiles that can be launched at any foe. Use the scythe to fire those fiery fireballs to prime enemies for that delectable 1-2 punch move that is designed to go in and cause a particularly stylish form of mayhem. Rip and shred through enemies and throw those horns up. It doesn't get more metal than that. This is how the scythe works. Light attack, a horizontal slice that launches out a wide solar projectile. 4-hit combo. Hitting enemies with a light attack projectile scorches them 30 plus 20 stacks and deals damage. The light attack also does melee damage to nearby targets when the player swings. Air attack launches out a single solar projectile with a cool spinning slice. Same projectile as the light attack, just with more aerial flair. Heavy attack, slam the scythe into the ground and send out a fan-shaped group of AoE flame damage. Hitting enemies with the heavy attack scorches them and deals damage. Scythe perk, when you defeat enemies with the scythe, you spawn orbs of healing solar light that float back to you and grant restoration +2. Wow, okay, that's actually pretty crazy. New dungeon, who dis? A new dungeon has arrived. Yes, it is. It definitely puts a new spin on existential crisis. Normally, this is where we reveal all sorts of new information for the TWAB readers out there, but in the spirit of this season, we want you to experience it for the first time with a feeling of discovery. Believe us when we say that we couldn't be more jazzed up to hear your thoughts. Also, don't worry, the wait won't be long. The new dungeon goes live tomorrow, May 27th at 10 a.m. Pacific. I will be playing this live at 10 a.m. Pacific. A quick rundown of hauntingly fresh new gear with every season also comes with new ways to show off that customized Guardian style. And Haunted is no different, from a haunted aesthetic to getting in touch with your inner Eris Morn. Exactly. Here's a closer look at some of the different styles you can make your own. We also just take a second to appreciate the Nightmare seasonal armor ornaments because, wow. All right, so here we go. Yeah, Eris Morn armor and the season pass ornaments right here. The season pass also includes a new seasonal ornament for Trespasser, new shaders, emotes, and more. Unlock simply by playing Destiny 2. Yes, we know this. Here's a small recap of some of those rewards. Yeah, looks good, looks cool. Solar 3.0 fragment details and new solar armor ornaments. Yes, they've got solar ornaments in the Eververse store for each class. They look pretty sick. But I'm just sad that they have to look solar, like the solar part doesn't shade. It's unfortunate. It makes sense, but it's unfortunate. Aspects and fragments will be your best friend when exploring unique new playstyles, perfecting existing combat choices, or just going ham on a new iteration of a subclass that maybe hasn't fit your niche in the past. The choice to dive all in on that fiery action is yours, but we may be a bit biased here. Solar 3.0 is pretty darn nifty, so we hope you check it out. Plus, you can quite literally fight fire with fire. Who doesn't want to do that? Oh yeah. By now, many Guardians have already started diving into Solar 3.0 and new combat possibilities. Just like with 3.0, Solar's revamp can be done through Ikora in the tower before meditating at the kiosk right next to her. Exactly. You'll need a bunch of glimmer, tons of it. You'll have to buy your grenades as well. You may have noticed a few select ones aren't there yet. Don't worry, it wasn't Telesto this time. This is actually intentional. Since we're a one team, one fight type of bunch, there are 4 fragments that can be unlocked via the community working together. How? Glad you asked, dear reader. Guardians can unlock additional fragments by completing a number of nightmare containments. Each Guardian that fights the good fight will count as a completion, so having a full fire team that is focused on the objective will benefit groups greatly. Basically, double the progression for a team of 6 versus, say, a team of 3. The goal is to hit 20 million completions as a community. When we hit that goal, these 4 Solar 3.0 fragments will be unlocked and ready to pick up from Ikora. That being said, there is one thing to note about the fragments. There was some confusion during the launch of Season of the Haunted, and we wanted to explain what happened and what is intentional. The 4 locked fragments here always intended for this particular community-driven initiative, but there was a small hiccup on day 1. To clarify this, the floor fragments that will unlock after the above community effort are Empyrean, Char, Ashes, and Wonder. However, some players reported being able to receive some of these early. This is connected to something the team found in their investigation that allows early access for veteran players who had previously built into the Solar subclass, whereas newly created Guardians still have these locked. This was causing some players to unlock Ashes or Wonder, which were intended to be locked. Also, some players were unable to access fragments that should have been unlocked for everyone at the start of the season. Those players were not able to receive 2 fragments, which were meant to be available on day 1, called Ember of Eruption and Searing. The team has made the decision that they don't want to remove any fragments from people who have unlocked them, and the goal is for all 6 fragments to unlock when we hit the community goal mentioned above. We're sure it'll happen in no time. Fire can't be tamed, and apparently that is also true in Destiny 2. So what does that mean for players now? For now, we encourage players that have unlocked fragments to play around with them and experiment with different playstyles. For everyone else, we're getting closer to reaching the unlock goal, and we hope you enjoy the new season until then. For Ornaments, these need no introduction. Just take one moment and feast your eyes upon the latest fashion trend to hit the tower that players will be able to scoop up from Tess at the Eververse. All right, Iron Banner is next week, quite certain. In case you missed it, we previously shared a ton of new Iron Banner news. If you missed that memo, you should mosey over to this little link right here to learn the specifics. But the gist is they wanted to make Valis Forge's competitive event feel more like, well, an event. Because of that, we're amping up the ante and moving the event frequency to twice a season, May 31st. The way they're saying amping up the ante and moving the event frequency to twice a season, but they don't mention it. It's not anteing up. It used to be 3 times. Now it's only going to be 2 times. But it makes sense with, I'm sure, all the stuff they're planning to release in the season. I'm not necessarily complaining. I'm just, a little bit sad. May 31st and July 12th will be the beginning of Iron Banner weeks. They'll be out in the front where Evil Levante usually is. They're also disabling power, if you haven't heard, so we can use Revoker and, Recluse, spare rations, some crazy stuff. The new map, called Disjunction, will be available for all modes, though Rift is just for Iron Banner until Season 18? I thought they said that there was going to be in a rotator this season as well. We think you'll really enjoy this new area, and we just... I'm so disoriented. And not just for the intended design that allows for more ways to strategize. Not only does it continue the Throne World theme, but it is also one of the largest maps we've ever had in PvP. It'll be a good time. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. You know us. We're always down for a good charity initiative, and we've got even more gameplay goodness that you won't want to miss. From 9 a.m. Pacific time on June 3rd to June 10th, there will be a shiny new gaming marathon stream for St. Jude's Hospital during our GCX celebration. And on the Streaming Madness right here, join in. It's got a link for the Streaming Madness. They got prizes, of course. Ooh, that emblem is actually pretty sick. Some sweet prizes on the horizon for those who chip in. For those wanting a little added flair, a $20 donation to charity will get you the Spectra C emblem. A $60 donation will land you the Euclidean Theorem emblem. The best part, all proceeds go to St. Jude's in its mission to give children and their families hope and strength through trying medical times. Dang, that is sick. Player support report. We are haunted by leaks. Once again, our immensely talented and wonderful player support team coming in hot with some new info about some hot issues. They've got a hot fix that's already planned for next Tuesday. Dungeon Crash Workaround. Tomorrow at 10 a.m., our newest dungeon will go live. During testing, we discovered an issue where players who had set their sound effects to 0 would crash in the activity. So ensure this doesn't happen, players should set their sound effects to at least 1 or above until we cannot fix this. That is an interesting one. The Guardian Games Emblem Glory Claim will be distributed to the top 10% who participated in the event. Also got a few things down here. Opulent chests do not visually open as intended upon receiving rewards. Certain seasonal challenges are incorrectly recording progress at a character level instead of an account scope level. Multiple hand cannons no longer have a visual scope. What the? Xbox One, the impulse effect when dunking a core during the Nightmare Containment appears completely black. Solar icons have blue backgrounds when viewed from Ikora's inventory. Solar Acrobat dodge ability displays the Fist of Havoc icon when equipped. Thing worth noting. Oh yeah, the Grasp of Avarice dungeon engrams, like you can't complete it currently. They'll fix it next week. Yes, the gunsmith's weapons don't have a masterwork slot in them. Again, this is a thing from before. Bait and switch enhanced trait isn't working as intended. Dang. The loyal companion emote can sometimes cause the game to crash. Telesto is causing crashes when players interact with Banshee. That is hilarious. The Artifice Armor has lost their mod slots. It's true. Telesto held by Banshee 44 disappears at random. Terrifying. And then we've got some movie of the weeks here. Whoa. Minecraft. Destiny. Last Wish built-in Minecraft 1-to-1 scale. Holy crap, we're actually going to look at this for a second. Ooh. Art of the Week and Movie of the Week emblems. New ones. They're looking cute. Definitely looking good. Yes, there is a pet the dog emote in here. 100% of the proceeds will be donated to the Bungie Foundation. It's so good. It's so good. If you guys haven't seen, it's so good. Some Guardian Games recap stuff. Nothing too crazy. Oh, that's pretty cool. Personalized gold trophies. Wow, that's actually sick. Before we let you go, we've got some exciting things coming down the pipeline, including Solstice of Heroes, now simply called Solstice, dropping in July alongside our annual Bungie Day celebration. We'll have more details on both of those events in the near future, but for now, we've got some existential dread to conquer and some nightmares to face. If you want to check out my blind dungeon run tomorrow, it'll be at Reset on Friday, okay? I'll see you there. Live, here, live, on YouTube, okay?